There, the button has been pressed in theory. Let's see if it actually has. You tell me, guys. Do you see me? I'll wait for all of your answers. Hi guys. So yes, welcome to a solo live. Hopefully you like my thumbnail I put together. I took those pictures today because I was like, I guess I'm gonna do a solo one. You guys want to be entertained? And I thought it'd be kind of fun to do something visually interesting that would sort of pop and stand out a little bit. You know, get you guys interested in joining the live. You know, I don't often do ones just with me. It's extremely rare. Because, you know, Stuart's my bae, you know. Him and me conquering the YouTube live ways. Live ways. But no, here's a dedicated live Q&A where we can talk anything you guys want to talk about. Hopefully some great super chat questions that we can answer. And maybe some show and tell. Who knows? We'll see how it goes. As you guys know, the epicness of these is determined by you guys. Definitely a crowd-based thing. And in fact, I don't have to wear headphones because no one else will be talking to me. It's so weird I don't have to wear headphones. I'll ask this nearer the end, but what do you guys think of this setup? I'm doing a two split thing, but this is my professional camera. It feels weird not to have headphones in. This is my professional expensive camera that you can use as a webcam, although you shouldn't, and I don't try and use it very much. I did use it for our April Fool's episode, which we didn't do. But what do you think of the visual quality, guys? Now, it's coming a lot based on camera raw, so it's not color graded, but of course it isn't. But what do you guys think of the visual quality compared to normal webcam, which actually I can turn that on, I guess. No, it's on. Yeah, I know I can. It's just that's currently on Skype. Let me. You guys can compare. Oh yeah, there's webcam me. Hello, double me. I think I do that quite a few times on these lives. I do two versions of me in the same frame. Yeah. What do you guys think then? I sort of match frame a little bit as the. Not meant to zoom in this much. Yeah, that's definitely way too much. Yeah, professional camera, webcam. Professional camera, webcam. What do you guys think of the difference? Because, you know, random fun stuff here. Trekyards on the right looks better. Oh, what do you know, Stuart? I can go out of focus with this one. This one does stay in focus. Yeah. Again. Yeah. Webcam. High end. Webcam. High end. There you go. That was my playing around. So where did I put the chat to make it easy to view? That wasn't really much. Yeah, I don't know where I want to put the chat because the camera's there, so everywhere is sort of wrong. I guess I'll have it up here. So let's see who's here today. Dan23, Squadra Course, Eric Martin, Furious Fons, Rude Chef, Eric Martin, Question of the Trick. Hey, welcome. Good to see you here. That's cool to see you. Matt Baldwin, of course, Sergeant Montgomery, Olivia Julius. Hi there, Sean. Trekyards is here, but I'm Trekyards. I'm Trekyards. I'm Trekyards. Lots of Trekyards. Let's see what you guys think then. The one looks better. Because saturation, colour is better. Let's play on the webcam. Webcam looks a bit more saturated to me. Webcam picks up more yellow light. On the right is better colour. Maybe promotion is in order. Look at that for a documentary. That's funny. It's right with a super chat anyway. Yeah. Squadron Course. First, how are the Trek shorts going? It's going good. Been working on some stuff today. One of the bonus mini shorts that you guys don't even know about. How many people have I told about that? We've already filmed it. I think everything's in the bag for that one. Did I film? Yeah, I did film a bit. Yeah, there's quite a few things going on, which is great, and I'm excited to show you. I had plans. So obviously, last week was Low Decks episode 1. It takes a bit of my time and our time, as you can imagine. But next week, I'm hoping to be able to start doing weekly Trek Shorts updates, because boy, I've got enough to talk about, and be able to have some really fun visuals to show. I mean, a lot of it is obviously green screen based, but doing a lot of different costumes. You guys know, and I will probably show off a little bit of that. I did do a Scottish excursion to film, and so all of you that are wanting for more classic theme Trek and while Low Decks is certainly close. I would like to think that it's kind of cool and rewarding. Obviously, you guys go back to me for a certain amount of time. That it's nice to see some classic looking and feeling Star Trek, and while it's not official, it's not licensed, whatever, and the budget is absurdly low, it's nice to be able to tell some classic Trek stories or classic Trek visuals and bring that to you guys. And even if they're only going to be 15 minutes, whatever, hopefully it's a fun thing to see, and I get to walk away being quite proud. No, he's fuzzy. No, he's fine. Let's see. Hi everyone. Yes, click like. Stuart always says click like. Click the like button. If you have any questions, comments, throw them in the chat. Super chats would be great. We have a certain minimum to reach every live. We're currently 1/5 of the way there. Thanks to Eugene, who kicked some butt already. But put some questions, comments. I'm here to answer questions. Eugene says 2,000. Well, he doesn't say 2,000 rubles, but he gives 2,000 rubles. Is this Trekyards version of Tapestry the prequel? No, although I am doing. That's what he was spoiling that. I am doing younger stuff, where you will see younger people. Boy, hard to not give spoilers. And yes, we're all Spartacus. JJ, Sam, did anyone from CBS or Paramount ever ask Trek girls what Canon counselling for one of the Trek shows? Technically, no. It depends what you consider consoling. I have been talked to for licensed projects, sort of. And I've said things that may or may not have been used, probably on the not side. Oh, it's the test. Who's to say? As in, who am I? I don't know. But I wish we'd be more involved, because we'd help. Although, next season's hopefully going to be good. Mammoth is taking a crap, is it? It's good on mind. Matt Baldwin, how close are you to finishing some of the shorts, and do you have a release timetable? Well, that's a problem, isn't it, Matt? That I'm needed for other work from other clients, etc. So it's kind of like, where do you put the time in? I want to get a Defiant-based mini short out sooner rather than later, because that's got some really fun special effects in, and I've got all the sets for that to sort of finish one off. And that's actually the very first Keeley story, where she's like 21, which is great because she's 27. But I've already made her play 30s, and actually 40 at one point. Was she 40? Yeah, well, I guess late, maybe. That one will probably be the first one. And then there's another couple. There's a few things. Jared, Sam's OnlyFans cam may be too powerful for YouTube live stream. Yeah, how does this look on the live? In theory, it's really powerful. Sean O'Sullivan, what members of the crew did Worf say he hadn't met yet? Oh, Gilbert and Sullivan. Haha. Dan23, would you use more non-canon ships in fan films? Yeah, actually. I mean, a lot of the stuff I do are not canon. I'm trying to think anything up and coming. I mean, yeah, what I'm doing. I mean, for the most part, they're canon ships, or at least designs, but in terms of the ship, in terms of the model I have, but yeah, it kind of makes sense. I don't want to force stuff, even though a lot of my ideas are kind of not outlandish, but like, oh, but I want stuff to make sense. I was phoning the chat. You was for a little bit. Sturm, fan films carry the torch while the studios carry the bank bags. Well, it was very nice of you guys to support my, give me some level of bank bags to be able to do the Trek shorts, because boy, money is flowing out of the account, but stuff's getting made, so that's why it's there, isn't it? Not a banned account says, what happened?
the transphaser torpedo and deployable armor tech from the future after Voyager returned home. Why don't we see it in Picard? Arguably, it's too powerful, and so they decided not to automate classified, etc. I mean, not only is it very powerful, it's also future tech, so I can see that being classified and maybe in some sort of reveal. But in reality, it's god tech, you know? So hard to use. Although I can imagine transphasics maybe can't be remade at a certain point. Maybe they... maybe a nice caveat, maybe if all the information that was on Admiral Janeway's shuttle would be deleted once used, like after a certain amount of time, self-deleting protocol. And so they had the tech in theory, but they can't replicate it, and even, I'm sure you can even build in a kill switch to the blade of armor. So potentially, if you don't understand how it works properly, I mean, who's to say it can be replicated, etc. Hi, T. Reed. How's it going? Dan 23. What is your favorite thing you own on Blu-ray or 4K? Hey, you know, a 4K collector. Oh God. Oh God. I have a. Oh, is that signed? No, it wasn't signed. I don't even know. I've got a few collectible Blu-rays. Well, one of the only ones that are actual collectible. I got a Ghosts of Mars exclusive 2-disc steelbook thingy. It was the last one in stock, and I managed to get that just before. But I'm a big fan of 4Ks. I really hope a lot more things went in 4K. Oh, I just want more 4Ks. Let's see. Yeah, it's cryptic. That's funny. Squadron Course. I'd rather have 15 minutes of fan film Trek that respects canon than 90 minutes of studio made Trek that doesn't. I mean, there's something to be said for that, isn't there? Yeah, Ice Cube. Can a runabout fit into a Starfleet ship? Well, a runabout could fit into Enterprise D Bay. It could fit into the Enterprise E Bay. Couldn't fit into Voyager. Couldn't fit into Equinox, obviously. Couldn't. You could fit in. I mean, you could fit in the biggest capital ships for sure. Not a banned account. Which TOS aesthetic is canon? TOS or Discovery? Well, as we know, not a banned account. They haven't got to TOS yet. As dumb as that argument is, and so both are canon in the abstract because they're going to get to TOS canon within what 4 years. So it's like all of a sudden they're going to shift. It's dumb. We know it's dumb. I mean, I've said this for 2.5 years, 3 years now. It'd be brilliant. It'd be brilliant to actually go in and do a redesign of the TOS stuff. I know Avalon Universe are doing a little bit of that, sort of. I'm going to get to modernise the lighting of the TOS engineering room, but, you know, unless people commission stuff, I don't have time to make it, or have it be made, etc. But it's odd, though, because TOS has now been shown in Lower Decks, and every other show, you know, if you invalidate TOS and invalidate all the other shows as well, because they all show the future history as being that. So that's, you know, that's tricky. I'll say other stuff doesn't invalidate it, but that's kind of a biggie. And they have done it a lot better. The Trek viewer, Sam, you're out of uniform in the picture. Neither of you has pips. No, they both have pips. You can see the pips. You know, pips there and pips there. See? On the collar. I was tempted to be in uniform today, but I might just do that if we get, like with drinking rules. If I also throw in a $50, I'll get changed. Because then, you know, one of those is like, hey, there we go. We're covered for the live, give or take. And I've got quite a few, I've got these 2 costumes obviously right there. If anyone does want me to jump into a costume, if you want to pay me $50, I can get a costume. You can even pick the costume, assuming I have it. I certainly will be fun to see how that would look on a 6K sensor. 6K professional sensor. Up to you guys as always, but I feel like I should probably share this. Oh, good, Stuart. Goodness, Stuart. Stuart is a real real man of the people, you know. He sends me things and whew, it's all good. It's just funnily inappropriate. All right, let's do some sharing. You actually have to watch me do it. But you know, hey, I'll spend the $50. I'll swap. I've got basically every era now, and I got my dress uniform as well. So I could, in theory, go into a full dress uniform, which would look quite cool, or white because it's bland color profile. Mathicon's a bit hard to get into, but I've got the other ones. All right, we are live. Well, it's not we, is it? I am live on Trekyards right now. Come join a Commander Q&A. That's right, just me. Ask me anything, and let's see if we can answer the questions of the universe. I mean, that's plan A, right? That's not a bad thumbnail. Trekyards. One word, no capital Y in the middle. Those of you that spell it that way. Why? Things aren't spelled that way. Please, guys, please. Fleet Yards as well. Which we have. I have so many things prepped for Fleet Yards, but not ready to film prep. Just like rendered, not ready. Right. Let's see. Dan 23, buy more stuff on eBay. Good man. What are you gonna buy? Sean, what's Cisco's mill name? Oh, I don't know. Does he even have a mill name? Captain Roy Phillips, hardest thing about Trekyards for you? That is the editing when we have a new Trek show and I have to do all of the edits for the week. It's a lot of time. That said, I do quite enjoy the building the graphs and stuff. I find that really fun because you guys find it interesting, and that's the whole point, isn't it? You know, when you get to do a, you know, especially I know Stuart did see the uniform in the Discovery episode with the Trill. But to be able to do a comparison and do AI brightening, all this stuff, and just be able to do a side-by-side and be like, oh, this actually works. And we did the Picard Admiral's uniform, and it was like, oh, that actually connects to uniforms from the past. Maybe not intentionally, but it's like, damn, awesome, good job, guys. So that's really, really cool. But certainly the editing portion, because it's not fun, really. I mean, why would it be fun? It's you know. But it's so satisfying when you guys look at the videos and say, I never saw that before, you know. Because you kind of gain a looking at everything with a fine tooth comb sort of vibe when it comes to this stuff, and it's just like, oh, yes, you know, it's great. Awesome sauce. I do see the 50, by the way. I'm just trying to go in order because you guys have put it in, but you know, that's awesome. Awesome sauce. That's a great transition. What do you think of the chance of an official DS9 HD remaster or 4K in the time of streaming P+? Oh yeah, would need to spend for a show to get the show, if you know what I mean. Well, having looked at assets from the show, HD is possible, and we know it to do all 7 seasons of DS9 would cost less than episode Discovery, pretty much. So it's, you know, very much within their power. It's just harder work because a lot of stuff has to be recreated, and you have that line of, well, do we go beyond the show? Because if you've got to rebuild a scene file, they won't want to go back to original software per se. So why would you make a 20-year-old effect in a modern software when you're remastering it? And so it depends on the team, obviously. So they might be changing a lot more. And then what if the assets don't look as good? Is it justifiable to improve assets? Possibly. I mean, TOS did it, but TNG didn't. But those assets were generally built better. So it's a game, really. At the very least, they should do a remaster. Because if it's streaming, there's no physical media. They should do Voyager 1.5, where the live action's HD and all the CG stuff's in SD still, just AI remastered like it did with Babylon 5. That's a plan. I mean, I would love to see these costumes are not wearing a uniform yet. Costumes in HD, that'd be lovely. But it's definitely a weird one. People would subscribe just for that. And I said to Stuart back with Discovery Season 1 that if they had said to people, right, if we get 1 more million subscribers, we'll commit to Voyager Season 1, right? DS9 Season 1, whichever. People would, it's like a Kickstarter with stretch goals. People would do that, they'd be forced to make it. They'd see it's less expensive. Once they get the initial infrastructure done, it's easier to make. And then they would be rolling and laughing. So it's frustrating for sure. Samuel, you're getting closer to getting demoted by Foley. Oh, I always am. Is it tricky or Trekkie? Well, you're tricky. Bill, do we ever see Samuel's dad on here nowadays? Yes, the ambassadors does come along on special occasions. He's got to be, COVID safe, etc. But yes, does occasionally. Well, Kership, that is obviously one thing. Right, what does Captain Chili Bean say? Greetings, Commander! I haven't caught a live in a while and can't stay tonight, but I wanted to send you some love and dollars your way to show my support, and thanks since I know you're having a light month. And still plugging for those DS9 reviews, lol. Yes, we are too. And in fact, given the less than always low deck stuff to talk about, we might do TNG reviews as well, which will get to DS9 quicker. But Captain Chili Bean, did you want a costume change? Let me know, because you put the money in, so it's up to you if you want the uniform change. So pick a uniform that you know I have. Yeah. Yeah. I couldn't see where you got your DS9 uniform. I got it from the Squadron guys. Quite expensive. No, the Pip's the right side on the Voyager. I thought I put on the right side of the TNG. Maybe they're flipped, aren't they? But I was taking a picture from that side, so I don't know why it would be flipped if I was that side of the image. I don't know. Bones are weird sometimes. How is Move Romulan War going? It's going well. God, how many shots did I do in the last batch? I did many. I'm currently doing the... spoilers. Well, not really, but I'm currently... Well, when I have time, it's all about swapping projects, isn't it? So the Romulan War is a phenomenal fan film documentary series. It's whatever it is. Part 1's out, really, really good. Lots of views, really highly recommend it. In the Romulan War, it's a lot of epic CG involved and creative stuff, which I appreciate for sure. Let's see, I've done 12 shots of the first battle of the New Yorktown, the new ship. I'm almost at the end of that battle, give or take. They haven't yet killed the Romulans, but they're getting close, so that's pretty fun. Samuel, is the refit Shuttle Bay bigger than Voyager? Than Voyager's? Yes, yeah, absolutely. It's definitely more deep as well. Although I guess if you they've got that tricky internal bay as well, hasn't Voyager? No, it's bigger. I would say it was bigger for sure. Squadron course, yes, absolutely. Do you have a TOS dress uniform? I actually do. My dad has one. It happens to fit me really well. I think we used it once. No, we did use it once, but I haven't got it close. That's what I couldn't do. Yeah. Yes. Who else saw the what they call ECO 9 figures? The JMO one got announced. I might actually get that. I kind of regret not getting the Data and Picard one now because they actually were very good. So I might get the Janeway and hope to double back and get the other ones. Now I have more appreciation of the props and costumes. I'm like, ooh, yeah. I mean, they look great. I'm, very, very impressed. She was a surprise guest. That's funny. Not a band. Fantasizing about maiming someone's eyes in common. Oh god. Okay, well, hold on. Fantasizing about maiming someone else's eyes in common are common among serial killers and psychopaths. What does it say about Kurtzman? He didn't write that stuff, so nothing apparently. Let's see. Yeah, so A407 RAC. Email the Squadron Facebook. They make them custom. They are phenomenal. They had an original, so they based it on that. Very, very good. Custom tailored. They did a really fantastic job. I actually got 4 uniforms from them. My bank account didn't appreciate it, but no, it's awesome. Bill, I have not watched the new Suicide Squad yet. I will watch it hopefully at the weekend. Cross fingers. Hi, out of all the designs made to fight the Borg after Wolf 359, the channel hasn't done a review on the Norway class. That's funny because I've been animating the Norway class for a film. Yeah, I don't know why we haven't yet. I don't know. I guess I haven't. No, I do. Well, I have the Eagle Moss one and I have. Yeah, I guess it'd be. Yeah. There is no reason why not. You caught me. What is the best thing about working with Captain Foley? His smile.
Hope he's here to hear that. No, it's yeah, he's his. See, I know what I want to say, like his team spirit, his some actors, and I read this in a thing like 2 days ago, saying that when they work with an actor, a specific actor, they felt like the actor was giving them a lot, and they could then give a lot, and they could then bounce off each other really well. It's pretty much that. It's the easy chemistry that isn't made; it's found. So, yeah, just effortless. When is this XCV330 ring ship Enterprise video? I don't know, Stuart. When's the holodeck video coming? You know, actually, for dramatic effect, I can say, when's the holodeck video coming, Stuart? There you go. Well, Stuart, I'm 150mm lens right now. Got a lovely bokeh. So I'm using a real professional lens. Wasn't that great for everyone? Chili Bean, I think you know what the DS9 uniform. Okie dokie. Awesome, yeah, I will just get through this chat and I will swap. Haha. And if we get one more 50 for another costume change in like an hour, that's like boom. The super chat thingy is we'll win, etc. Right, let's just go through a little bit then. Yes, click like as well. Oh, I might just put it up there so I can monitor it better. Right. Let's see. I'll get through some of you guys'. But hey, thanks for coming along. Top 3 favourite things from Doctor Who. Oh, the classic TARDIS design, 5th Doctor interior, and Paul McGann and his costume in Night Doctor. Sam, did you drop a bridge on the Captain? No, the Captain dropped a bridge on the Captain. No. Captain dropped a bridge on me. Yes, I'm in command. There you go. That does make sense. You look very bleached. Yeah, it's because there's no colour balancing. I'm actually in RAW right now. Camera RAW, and I'm using a LUT, which is allowing me to do some things, but you know, you're meant to do stuff with camera RAW. It's all the fancy, but it's designed for post work, not webcam work. Enterprise on Blu-ray, yes it is. Hey Sam, when is the next Fleet Yards? You guys are awesome. Thanks, Lewis. You're awesome too. Probably more awesome than us. I don't know you really, but probably. I don't know. Not for a while, but you know, we always have more. I know I've had a lot of Star Wars prep and a lot of Halo prep, so that'll get excited. Like with really sexy renders that blow out my other stuff. Yeah, they'll be fun to film. Let's see. Do you ever consider submitting a resume for being a writer of the actual Trek show? You should talk to my man to see if you can get your foot in the door at Paramount. Problem with that, Jamie's Jukebox, is that if I start working on real Trek, I can't do fan films. So fan films would kind of miss me, and I like doing fan Trek. And what if I'm given a scenario I don't want to write that goes against my fan in me? Oh no, you know. So it's a tricky one. I mean, if I was given the showrunner position of a show or some creative control, that's a little bit different because I would get to steer a ship. But cameraman would be good because I have no choice to film whatever they should give me, and I also can't be blamed for it either. That'd be fun. I'd like to do a camera guy. Or behind the scenes. I love behind the scenes. But thank you for the vote of confidence there. I like the Centaur from DS9. Yes, I want to use that at some point. I haven't seen Free Guy. I want to watch that too. If you were in Starfleet, which division, command or science? I'm going towards science, even though I'm not very scientific, because I'm starting to really grow like the blue colour. But command obviously has its own fun place. You're playing Elite Force tonight? I'm not, but that'd be fun. Your dad's uniform fits you. Is he a jockey? No, it's not his uniform, Sean. It's a uniform he bought that may have fitted him. Really didn't. Not at all. I mean, yeah, like, kind of tiny bit. But it's like, oh, fits me great. Have you ever tried using Squadron Course? Have you ever tried using any AI upscalers? Maybe interesting to see if Odd Loros fan films. Yes, no, I've used them often. I use them for Trekyards. I use them for fan films. I use them for all sorts of stuff. They vary in quality, and in fact, they are doing that for them Hidden Frontier stuff, which is great. They vary in quality, and if I think I'm using it for a fan film doing. Well, I definitely am for one of Nick's films. Boy, that'd be some fun behind the scenes stories.
But yeah, I use the Topaz AI stuff. It mounts up a bit and you pay for all the licenses, but they're really cool. Xeraxis only can stop by for a few minutes today, but I'm curious. How are the upcoming originals coming along? Oh yes, I haven't even thought about originals, I'll be honest, for a while. Well, Best Sigs 1 just came out, didn't it? No, Best Sigs 1's been edited, that's what it is. So his is next, then that one's next. Yeah, so I guess, yeah, I mean, you're second in the queue. But yeah, new Trek shows, it's tricky. When will we see Stargate Emos, Samuel? I don't know! Hurry up is the answer to that. Oh, you're welcome, A407RAC. Yes, please do. Squadron, a Star Trek fan production. Say I sent you, that'll give you some cred over there, because I really do like that. Bill, do you have updated ships on the wallpaper? No, because fans sponsored this. No. It's kind of what... Oh, well, did it the once, which was phenomenal. Ah, Stuart, you cutie. No banned account. With years of Trekyards, why doesn't your face age? Ah, thanks, man. I don't know. Well, I'm doing well. I think I've gone from looking young to looking normal. So that's nice. Although I can tell I'm starting to get wrinkles in certain places, which is slightly frustrating, but yes, thank you. Though I like having all this content of me in my young face, or my youngness, because then I'll be able to have this later in life. Everyone's saying about my Norway class. Yes, I did update the Norway class with a lot of extra details. Hi, Ensign MJS. Afternoon or evening for me, anyway. Oh, Timeless Child. Don't ask for thoughts on that. That's not a good thing. Any Marvel films you're not looking forward to? No. I mean, varying degrees. I don't know about Eternals or whatever, so I'm like, but they'll be okay or / good at least. No, I've never thought about getting a 3D printer because it's a whole nother level of things to learn. I'd rather have a friend that's really good with it and have all the R&D out of the way. I think I'm about up to... Oh, Rude Chef, I'll ask again. Yes, click like. Yes, good, A4707. Yeah, and yeah, it's not cheap, but that's the sort of costume that will not like go away. That will stay for a long time, which is awesome. Yes, Orville's finished shooting, which is great. Wesley, loving the solo show so far. Thank you. I appreciate it. I do need a costume change. I'm gonna have to play something to entertain you all, aren't I? What do I play you all to entertain you all? Because it would be dull if I'm not really... Well, I'm not really here, but... I could... What can I play? I feel like I should play a fan film thing. Oh, can I play Romulan War? Well... Okay, put in the chat right now. Have you seen the Romulan War? The fan film? Or is that even... I don't know. What should I... Yeah, I could do that. Well... You know what? I can play some Temporal Anomaly. That's kind of fun. I'm going to play some Temporal Anomaly while I change, so you guys can enjoy the Trek show during this Trek show, and then I'll be back in a minute. But put in the chat who's seen Temporal Anomaly, because I hope you're interested in Temporal Anomaly. Not that you have to, but I mean, I feel like you have to have. It's a jumpsuit, so it takes a minute. Oh, it's a guy's face. I don't care. Hello. Right. Let's find a place with a... Ah, yes. My poster that I did. So yeah, who's seen Temporal Anomaly, guys? That is the question. Yes. No, not banned account. Oh my god. How have you not? Not seen it, but I mean, you guys should definitely see it. So I'll play it from the start, so you guys can have a little bit of... So it won't take me many minutes, but it'll take me a minute or two to get changed. And then you guys should all go back and watch this. Give me a view, give me a like. If you want to subscribe, that's also cool. Why is this... I mean, I guess it doesn't matter, does it? As long as it's full screen. Right, can you hear it? Okay, so I'm going to go get changed. You guys enjoy this for a couple of minutes. My personal fanfare I made a couple of years ago.
Paramount Larson? Oh, wake up already. Larson, come in. Computer, locate Ensign Daniel Larson.
Ensign Larson is not aboard the Enterprise.
Oh, what a face, Marcus. What a face. Oh my god, it's like a magic trick. Am I in the Star Trek world now? I don't know. Probably not. So what do you guys think of the temporal anomaly little clip? Yes. Yeah. But if you guys want to see me in a different costume, I mean, another $50 and I've got multiple eras. From TOS to Picard. I'll say that. I mean, it's up to you guys. It certainly adds a bit more flair, doesn't it? Right, what are people saying? Yes, Wesley. Well, you know, there you go. Hi, anonymous person. You are anonymous. So good. Thanks, man. Ah, thank you, not band account. And, you know, this is me with the 6K. So, you know, a bit more professional than the webcam. How's the webcam look in comparison? Is it going to turn on? No? Oh, that's Sam New. I've got something different. No, that is not right. That is not right. Where did my other webcam go? Oh, there it is. So that's the two versions there. I mean, you just can't just see the detail difference. My God. And it kind of like blends the. Just looks like noise. It was here. Well, it's the same costume, but with that one you can see all the little grains in my eyes. I have no detail in my eyes, but actually, it doesn't do so well for my. Although my complexion's not bad these days, actually. Yeah. Look at that sexy depth of field. It is, as I said, sexy. Oh, let's see. Do you have the Wrath of Khan Geo jacket? A4. Yes, I do. I do have a Wrath of Khan full uniform, and I'll be honest, even though it's a hassle to put on, for $50 I would put on my Wrath of Khan costume and be in full costume, and I'd also zoom out so you can see more of it, because that's kind of cool. So therefore, it's up to you guys. Do you want me in Wrath of Khan costume? Super chat now. Forever hold your peace. So press the Titan. Nice. Yes, I'm semi-born with aren't I? Slightly more capable, potentially, but... Kyle Wong, £20, which is a phenomenal super chat. Thank you so much. That, as you guys know, that's a lot. Really helps. Given the fan backlash with all the different franchises with Star Trek, Star Wars, He-Man, Doctor Who, Ghostbusters, to name a few, why do you think Hollywood and Co keep making content which isn't what the fans want? That is a tricky one. It's because a lot of it is focus groupian. You know, you've got your hardcore fan base, which for all these shows lasts decades, which are now obviously aged out in the sense that all the people that were young then are now with kids, etc. You would think would be the perfect demographic to have disposable income to buy your products, which is how a lot of them continue to make money. But obviously they want to appeal to new people to have the same reaction again. I think somewhat ignoring the idea that, you know, they show their kids content. But, okay. But they keep doing swing and a misses when it comes to that stuff. I just think there's a lot of people with the money in the boardrooms choosing a creative lead who talks them into it based on promises of money, and wealth and stuff, but creatively they just don't have the best ideas. And while they could be good in a certain format, I mean, so many of those ideas aren't hitting home, because when you abandon the actual fan base, well, what do you have left? You know, not to say everything has to be just for the fan base, but you know, make something clever. It's tricky. I just think we had a slew of right for the people jobs, right for the job people, and now we've had a slew of, well, it weren't the smartest. And apparently not banned account super chat. Let's jump back. Did I? Oh, I did. Sorry about that. Not banned account. $2. How much to see you and Captain Foley in scants? I think you have to buy us the scants. That would be the. Yeah. A bit of the problem. I don't want to wear one of those. Oh dear. Yeah. Let's have a look. Just curious to see what you think about Enterprise J. I like the J. J is pretty good. It's weird, but it's on that line of I get it. Why weird? It's definitely not my favourite, but that's, you know, most things aren't your favourite. That's why you have a favourite. But I definitely think it's got a lot going for it. It needs fleshing out, obviously. But it's got a certain charm to it. I do prefer the one with secondary hull. More, you know, less NX-ian, more its own unique thing. But, you know, not bad. And I have animated with it, and it's surprisingly nice to animate with. As weird and flat as it is. But no. I get what they were going for. Which is good, because a lot of these things don't necessarily make all of the sense. That's okay. Let's see. Someone's fired? Oh my god. Discovery was this year, isn't it? Yeah, they're doing some reshoots, which is standard. And they might be for the end of the season anyway. So you guys ain't got any questions for me specifically? Anything in particular? Because I have, you know, things and bobs I'm doing. I mean, if you guys put in a $10, I can show a sneaky screen cap from some of the work I just did in Scotland, which hopefully you guys will find quite cool, using the Pro camera. And that was
That was an experience. It was like 36 hours in Scotland, and most of that was sleeping because of how short time it was. No, we filmed some good stuff, and it's had to fight the wind a little bit, but as is the way. But boy, more interesting forests than in my local area, and got away with a lot. And yeah, even like visual effects, they wrote some unusual stuff for me to do, and for them to show, and that was kind of the point. But once you get it all together, it's like, ooh, that was unusual. Question: what do you think of the current Star Trek TTRPG? Of the current, which is the current one? You mean Adventures? I mean, the art's great. I haven't played it, but I know people like it, so I can't really speak personal experience. But I do, yeah, I like it enough. Yes, Trekyards Prodigy. Looking forward to that. Or at least Rock Beltran. So a few. Oh, Trekyards. Well, I got changed, and I thought I caught most things. Captain Casey Stewart, I do have an Enterprise Zero uniform. Ha-ha! Ha-ha-ha-ha. No, Stewart, we don't need a picture of... What? Nothing. Nothing. Speaking of Scotland, are you a fan of the Highland movies? I've seen parts of the first one. I've never sat down and actually watched them, though. But I really should do. Oh my god! Breaking news from Captain Foley! Hold on! Breaking news from Captain Foley! I'm doing a live Q&A later tonight because I miss you guys. But my question is... Actually, that's a very effect to that effect. My question is, will he do it in costume? Or uniform? That's my question to him! This is a live Q&A with Stuart! Stuart! Are you going to do it in uniform? Stuart! Are you going to have any beverages? Stuart! How much do you miss me? Stuart! I don't know what else to say. Ooh, Eric, what's your favourite version of Enterprise and why? Well, I mean, there's shifting answers there, isn't it? Okay, I'm going to ask for a clarification there because I do want to know what you think. So who asked? Eric, clarify, do you mean interior, exterior, or all together? Because that will change the paradigm. Please clarify. Stern Van Ock, $5. Great question. Of all the uniforms, which do you find the most comfortable and practical? Great question. So, we had a snow day, one of the very few snow days, and I woke up and I said, we need to take some pictures. So I got Dad down. I thought it was going to be fine. And it was COVID, it was going to be fine. It's fine. And I was like, right, I'm gonna do Voyager and this one, right? Great, cool. But it was so much fun. I ended up doing every single costume I had at the time. I've had more since. And I got to wear every uniform in order era. So I went, I went NX. I went up the eras, and yes, some of them are more or less expensive. Fine, sure, but to feel them all in like cold weather, back to back to back to back to back. That's really kind of odd and makes you appreciate how warm and comfy Wrath of Khan is in a cold environment. I mean, jumpsuits, I quite like these, although they feel oddly constricting the back after a while. I mean, this is quite a thick piece and you do kind of feel it. The Voyager's quite comfy, but the fabric's not, it's not, I don't know. I like the, they're all so different. TOS is good because the one I have is stretchy, but not when I've got a big stomach way, just the fabric is very friendly. I think that's fun, and you always feel quite fun when you when you wear a TOS one because it's just so bright and classic. Although when you wear a high end one like this, you're quite satisfied by the yes, Stuart. I see. Oh, goodness, what's going on? What is going on? Oh my god. So Stuart wants me to post a picture, a static picture of him. Okay, so this is a selfie from Stuart right now. And he wants me to post it. So, who wants to see a picture from Stuart right now? How he looks in his house, where he is right now. Put in the chat right now. Do you want to see a brand new exclusive selfie of our brave captain in the chat? Put it in the chat right now. I want to see. All right, Bill says yes. There is a payoff to this guy, so I want to know yes or no. Do you want to see Captain Foley live right now? As in, picture. Yeah. I need one more yes and I'll do it. One more yes and I'll do it. There we go, Zachary. So, here is an exclusive selfie from Captain Stuart Foley. The man, the myth, the legend. Oh, I don't even... Here he is. Selfie right for us. Exclusive. He sent this to me. Our brave captain, our brave soul. There we go. It's me and the captain. Who looks better? That's the real question. Maybe he hasn't had his coffee yet. But I mean, hey, the captain looks like the captain, and he actually did send me this. So, I'm not. There's no bullshit here. Oh, Stuart, I hope you're not. Let's go back for a second. Not banned account. Any chance we'll get Enterprise J designed by, or G designed by Trekyards? Haven't considered it, but it could be kind of cool. I know we've had a few people say we won in the design competition. That could be real fun. I have designed a 25th century ship. But it's hard when you can't properly design things. It gets hard. I really wish I knew somebody who was a talented artist who could like sit down with me on Skype and sketch live with me, and I could say, right, make this a bit thicker, make this pylon, more glowies, sketch out what I want to see, put that in a rough 2D element, and then go up to a 3D model. And once it's in 3D model form, I could then do stuff with that. That'd be really great. But I don't know. Eric, what is your favourite fan design ship so far? Oh God, fan design ship. Oy. There is so many. Oh well. I feel like I'm gonna get demoted if I don't say the Foley class. But I'm going to say Horizon because I don't know how many I have to think through. Peter says, Captain's different without his glasses on. Yeah, he does. That's why we like to keep them on. Because not to say that there's anything wrong with him when he has pre-coffee and with glasses. But, yeah. What a picture. What a guy, What a guy, our captain. Oh, but breaking news. Oh, that's what he meant to send. Right. Right. I mean, I feel like he's judging me with his face. What's he saying, do you think, in this picture? Does all speak to you, doesn't it? Like it's a naked picture. Jesus Christ. What was your favourite Stargate ship? X304. Who would win a fight? 5 Defiance versus 2 Galaxies. If they use Quantums, it'd be the Defiance. If they didn't use the Quantums, it'd probably be the Galaxies. Unless they couldn't get hits in, it'd be the Defiance. Pure contained sustained firepower, the Galaxies should win, but actual firepower per second, the Defiance would win. Thanks, Donnie. Good to see you. Yeah, Squadra. I know, right? You can see that moment in my brain. We're like, "Ooh, that's a good idea." Oh, Stuart melting, eh? Looks angry. Nah, he's not angry. Yeah. So does anybody want to see me in a different uniform? That's a question. I'm staring right now at my first contact ceremonial dress uniform. There you go. My TOS and my Picard uniform. And I think I said, was it $50? And I'll swap. Up to you guys. I like changing uniforms, and we're already at like 85% of our super chat minimum, which is fantastic. So it's like, boom, win, awesome, we're doing well here. And certainly in a month like this, it does help.
Famous prop treasures. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Is that the... I feel like that's the... Okay, I haven't got the... Oh, wait. Is that... Is that you? Did you send me all these boxes? If it is you, because I think... I could just check my emails. But if that is you, tell me and I will talk about you. Because I have all of your stuff right here. I was going to sort through it because I have so much to send to people. Yes! Absolutely, Picard. Let's... no, Picard. Absolutely. Yes. Excellent. Good. Well, let me... God, which first then? Let's show some Scotland first. As was the amazing £10. Thank you. And it's just funny. Let's see. What is Scotland? So let's show off some Scotland then. Here's a picture I quite like, and it's, you know, really high res. so this is a still. These are pre-color graded. They're color corrected, which means they've been fixed from camera raw, but they are pre-color graded. So that's an example of one of the Scotland thing. Jack F, $5. Thank you. Fives mount up massively. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Yes, Stuart. Everyone does. Oh, yeah. Where's Sherwood Forest? That's an interesting comment. I didn't thought about that. I mean, where's Sherwood Forest? In Sherwood. Yeah, okay. Yeah, how far is that from me? Let's have a look. I've never... Yeah, because, I mean, that should, you'd think, be a pretty amazing forest. Do you have to get permission to film in there? I don't know. Bedford. 2 hours. I mean, that's what? Oh, up. That's why. I mean, that's not the worst, but it certainly takes a lot of time out. Squad, of course. Can't afford uniform because same for animations. Yes! I like that. That's very fair. Matt Baldwin, $5. I think we should write a fan film that features Stuart. I do too. I already did do one, but he wants Captain Stuart Foley anyway. I haven't got a golden goose. Okay, let's have a look. So, let's talk briefly then. Well, what do you guys think about the still for a second? Any Squadron Course. Oh dear. Oh dear, dear, dear. I think people like the picture. I don't know. Hey, 10 p.m. Alright, so that's one picture. So this is one of the introduction shots of Nick in this costume. I'll say that. And I just quite like the composition here with the forest feels quite alive. Here is a shot of him in sort of the middle of the film. A lovely bokeh depth of field there. Again, pre-color grade, and in fact, this is right at the end of the day when it got a lot darker. Ewok show. He said feature. I've been on Stargate fan films. Actually, Sean, I filmed one 3-4 weeks ago. And there's some fun. You know what? I'll be honest. Okay, you know what? Breaking news. Sean, it's not aimed at you necessarily. If we can get $35, I will give a world exclusive first look on a Stargate short film still on location shot in full costume. I will do that. I'm just saying I will. But let's talk about famous treasures for a minute, because I must have a still of them being used. We just filmed a ton of stuff. God, where, how far back do I have to go? No, anyway, famous prop treasures. Yes, that's a new company that I've met recently, who did me a wonderful solid favour with this com badge, which I'm not going to show. God, thank God I did it the right way. This exclusive com badge I'm not revealing yet, so thank you for that. But they are a really, really... Where are they? Haha! Yes, see? So yeah, so they would do pips. Rather nice pips. Magnetic, very cool. They do the plethora of classic com badges. With a... Although well, focus isn't necessarily the... Yeah. But yeah, you got the TNG one, obviously. which are actually smaller than you think, really. And the no, that's not one of those. I have so many boxes, which is great. It's a fun thing to get in the mail. So yeah, they offer both of them really damn close to screen accurate. There's a subtle little things, but very, very subtle and very, very little. Because, you know, I look for that stuff, but really, really good. And they'll be used in many of my Trek shorts. They've already been used in 3 productions, I believe, as well as the pips are great. I really enjoy the pips, actually. And Stuart Foley of Trekyards will be getting a box of pips and com badges, etc. So that's exciting for him. And so whenever you see Captain Foley in his potential new uniforms, he'll be wearing famous prop treasures. Check them out. Definitely worth it. And might end up getting some more. Who knows? I mean, I do, but let's get back. Thanks, man. Thank you, Scout Guy. Oh, I see Scout. Oh, man. Ooh, Peter. It's time for uniform change of your choice. My God, Peter. My God. Oh, that's... Well, Trekkers, you never have uniform changes. Offer it. Who's making the uniforms? Says Sturm. Just to make sure I get it right. Yeah, famous prop treasures. And I would recommend them for many different reasons. Let me... There we go. And Etsy is where I found them. I could put the link in. And what's great about them is that, A, they do pretty much everything you could want in terms of costumes, in terms of badges. But very good price. And having done this stuff for a long time, I can say that very comfortably. And let me put it in the chat below. Would definitely recommend. Yeah. Go have a look. Good stuff. No, Matt. No. Oh, Peter. That's fun. Yes. Absolutely. Okay, yes. So, yes, more temporal anomaly comes up. So I get to decide what I do. But Kai says, is the Stargate Asgard an ancient tech more advanced than Star Trek tech? Kai, funny you mentioned that. Because that might be a plot point in a coming episode of Trek Shorts. Isn't that interesting? You might disagree. You might agree with my decision. I think it's justifiable. And if and when that film comes out, and if and when you were on that live stream, you should say to me, "Oh my God, Sam, you went that way around." I disagree fundamentally, or even the opposite. Maybe like, Sam, wow, you've turned my life around. Once upon a time, I thought this tech could be that tech, but I've been converted. I see the light. I see the day and the night and the stars. They are open to me, and now my world is different. All because of you. Because your Star Trek / Stargate fan film crossover event, sponsored by fans via the Trek Shorts and Indiegogo. Oh, chills. Sorry, Stuart. Jesus. Oh. And yes, Quadricourse, just email me. You know, I've had all of the different uniforms, so I know where to get all of them. What is... Okay, so Nimrin. Oh, I didn't answer the question. Well, if I asked the question, it wouldn't be as fun in the fan film, would it? Yes, Quadricourse should email me, and I can do it. But yes, let's sort of different costume. And we'll see what I pick. I don't know yet. Let's bring up Marcus's amazing face. Enjoy some temporary anomaly while I get changed. Thank you for the support, guys. Amazing.
You've reprogram the main computer. Very funny. Was that thing just another holo trick? Alright, fine, don't answer. I'll get you back for that one. I'll see you at 1900 hours. Harriman out. Computer, time.
0900 hours.
Uh-oh. Computer, locate ensigns Larson, Giles, and Florence.
Ensigns Larson, Giles, and Florence are not aboard the Enterprise.
Computer, locate Captain Picard.
Captain Picard is not aboard the Enterprise.
Fridge. Computer, how many life signs on board?
1 human life sign detected.
1? When did the rest of the crew leave the ship?
Unknown. Sensor interference at 0823 hours.
Cause?
Unknown.
And why would you know? The sensors were down. Warp drive, weapons, long-range sensors, all fried. But with the artificial gravity still holding, that never fails. Oh? Computer, identify that ship.
Constitution class. USS Excalibur.
Excalibur to the Federation vessel. There's been some kind of anomaly. The crew has vanished. Can you assist?
This is Ensign Sam Harriman of the United Federation of Planets Starship Enterprise 1701E.
The Orions have been known to fake Starfleet transmissions. Send your authentication code.
It's a few hundred years different, but I'll send you the one from our historical database. Transmitting now.
It checks out. What happened?
I honestly don't know. But given that you're from 200 years in my past, I think it's safe to say it's something to do with time travel.
100 years? I didn't do well with temporal mechanics at the academy.
Just don't think about it too hard. What's your status? Whatever that thing was blew out EPS conduits all over the ship. Weapons and transporters are down.
How could you have warp cores? Our engines are building up to an overload. The main computer's down, and I have no idea how to fix it.
How long till core overload?
I'm not sure. Hours or minutes.
I'll send you my coordinates so you can beam me aboard.
What about your...
From TOS to TOS. I think that's apt. Howdy! Howdy, howdy, howdy. There you go. I'll zoom out first one a little bit. Oh. How does that look then, everybody? A badge. It's a bit more bright on this version. Hi there! I've gone back in time a long old way. But that's all good. How are we all doing, guys? What are people saying? No, Bill, it doesn't. Yep, Area 51. If you want to first contact Good Uniform, then email, message the Squadron Star Trek Fan Film group. They can help you out. That was a little bit further back. Let's see. I remember this one. Kyle, oh, that's one. No need for Pathfinder Stargate Ancient Tech allows you to FaceTime across different galaxies in real time. Does it though? Well, you have to use the Stargate network. They don't let you do that without that. So, and the Asgard had to travel, so no, not directly real time. Well, unless you mean the stones, but that's again a separate sort of thing. Oh, thanks, Dan. Appreciate it. That white zipper is distracting. I mean, hey, get over it. You know, what can you do? They have zippers on the original uniform. They're just better hidden. You know, Data used one. Data had one in Picard, etc. You know, it's a thing. I was focused on everything else in that shoot. Oh well. You know, if I had more than a $1,200 budget which all went on costumes, you know. If only. Can the commander paint out the zippers? No. And I wouldn't do it anyway. Got more important things. Do you want to see me do all the different Trek shots or just paint out a zipper? That's a silly question. So yeah. TOS. Good. What a life and thing we live in. So any questions, guys? We are over the hour mark. I don't know. Should I show you another teaser image? I feel like I should. Oh, I did obviously say for $10 I'll show you I said 35. Sorry, I said $35. I'll show a world exclusive Stargate fan film teaser image. That's a whole thing. But I think I want to show another image of another something or other. You know what? Let me This is not actually in a Trek Shorts, but it's one I had built because I mean you always need 3D sets. You always do. And this one I knew I wanted. Now this image is a very much work in progress, okay? Very, very much work in progress. To the point of should I even show it? Should I even show it? You know what? Yes, I should. So this is a test image of a 3D digital set that I've been working on. I mean, I work on lots of things, but one of the many things I work on just to have it in the buffer. Which one's later? Oh, that's important. Is it this or is it? Oh, they look so similar. Yeah, it must be that one. Okay, it must be that one. Right. So this is a CG digital environment that I did. I didn't build it, obviously my team did. Adrian built it. But this is my version 1 untextured, just using clever surfaces. Yeah. What do you guys think? If and when we show more Intrepid sets, this is a test one, but yeah, very happy to have it in the buffer. You know, I love these sets. Not saying Enterprise D aren't like, ooh, the colour. But I don't know, something about the way these are constructed, the Voyager ones. I like them. Let's see. Have you considered shooting in a castle as stand-in for a Klingon house? No, never consider that. Your uniforms are always well-tailored. Thank you, Peter. I mean, a cheaper uniform actually tailored, that can make a difference, you know. I did actually put on the shiny, I don't know if you can see the glinty, the shiny trousers. So you still got to do the Picard manoeuvre even on a TOS one. But it does, most uniforms are better for standing or posing. As soon as you create some depth, but as soon as you get up close, wrinkly. And it's just the nature of the beast. Am I in the depth plane? Yes. Yeah, what do you guys think? What do you guys think? How do you think I did? Let's have a look. Is that the Horizon interior? No, Voyager! Voyager. Sean, are you matching the layout or changing it so it's more varied? Ah, see, that's a great question. No, the first thing is to build the actual soundstage, because every angle you recognise is from the show, and so to replicate a lot of the show, you have to replicate the angles. And if you build a set as they build it, well, that's not... It makes sense. And so that's the first step. Now, then obviously you can then change kit bash and make some new choices, but stick with the existing sets so far. But you know, they're all pieces, aren't they? So you can put them together other ways. Alex Kurtzman, okay, fair enough, beautiful. We thought it was real. Thank you, appreciate it. Russell, nice. I walked the Voyager sets back then. Well done. Hey, how come? How were they? I assume they were less epic in person in the sense they didn't look as cinematic because you see the plywood. But that is amazing. Sam, did you answer the favourite Enterprise question? Well, I asked for clarification on, do you mean interior, exterior, or combined? Because they will change my answer. So, clarify. TOS is the proper rank for the commander. Too bad it doesn't have the Trekyards emblem. Well, then it wouldn't be a TOS uniform. It would be a TOS Trekyards uniform. We'd have to have a patch anyway, which we have not got. But, his exterior. Ah, okay. Well, exterior-wise, then... Well, it's either the refit Enterprise from the movies or the Enterprise D, because both are beautiful in their own way. The original Connie is beautiful in its own way, obviously, but it's simpler, and so there's less details to see. The refit itself is gorgeous, but also very similar. The D has a lot of nice things with that. But those two win out pretty happily, I think. Yeah. But yeah, there you go. There's some Intrepid work in progress, which I was quite pleased with. From what I've seen and read... what was that in response to? I guess 0-point modules and quantum pure tech are related. I mean, maybe in terms of terminology, but it's not the same tech at all. Yeah, I like the Enterprise X as well. I like it. Got its own unique charm. I think it's fun. Yeah, any other questions? You know, it's a Q&A. Ask away. Not that you haven't been already. Oh, actually, anyone here went to Vegas this last year? And by that I mean like 4 days ago. Anybody go to Vegas? I wasn't the most sad I didn't go to Vegas, just because of the restrictive nature. I don't do the best at dealing with the masks. Not that I get claustrophobic, but it doesn't do well with me, so I avoid it, which means avoiding going to do things, which is annoying. So having to wear that all, I mean, you know, just the Scotland flight was uncomfortable, and the airport was uncomfortable. But you know, you do it for the art, etc., and that's what you gotta do, and that's okay. That's what you gotta do. It's definitely worth it to film in Scotland, and in fact, a rather nice Indian buffet, which Nick took us to, which was nice. I got to meet his wife for the first time. I met Nick 3 times now, so that was nice. Would have been nice to actually have filmed with her as well, but she was busy, you know, looking after their child, Sam. And I joked as soon as I entered the car from the airport, "Hey, the Sams have taken over the back seat," because, you know, we outnumber them, which is pretty great. Let's see, right. Matt Boardman, Sam, any other fan film ideas that you have cooking that you might want to tease about? Matt, how would you tease the one that you did some CG tests for 3 days ago? How would you tease that? But yes, I'm always Mr. Ideas, and it's fair to say that the Trek Shorts Indiegogo was fantastic in that it helped fund a lot of the physical stuff, like the costumes and the props. Like, they're just costs, aren't they? And hotels, etc. I mean, that's what I'm trying to book there. I've got to work out hotels, etc. And that just costs. But I am definitely doing more mini shorts ideas. You know, once you have the costumes, the actors, the 3D assets, and the interiors, it's like, well, and the camera and the studio. It's like we've already made a lot of the trickiest things happen. Filming it's sort of the hardest bit of all that. So I'm certainly having fun ideas, and there's definitely a new idea I've had, which links a few other things. And I definitely am interested in telling that story. It involves a Star Trek movie-based element, and it's a somewhat, for what is a simple subject matter, it should be relatively intense, because it's a character-driven story, and emotions run high in character-driven stories, depending. So yeah, I will tease that. There you go. Let's have a look then. So, do you drink tea, Earl Grey? I don't actually like tea or coffee. personal thing. The Enterprise F is pretty sexy. It is pretty good. Not my favourite. I would certainly tweak a few things, but it's pretty good considering. Squadron course. Would describe a bit about lighting the ship models. Was just curious if they were self-illuminated or how that worked. Depends what ship. If you look at the TOS Connie, it's not being lit by anything except a few blinkies, and they're just super extraneous. Look at the refit. That lights itself. You just have to put a light on it. Enterprise D actually hasn't got any, apart from the top blink. Apart from the top. No, it doesn't even have that. There's no lights. The E has some, and etc. But I like the contrasting value of the shapes. By that I mean different ships have very different lighting tricks, and a lot of them you utilize the shadowed areas to add depth. Because you can just throw a light in front of a ship and it's all lit and it'll light crap. But using the shadows to make it all pop is really important. And like the E, Enterprise E is very good for that because a lot of those hard-edged crevices. The Voyager, however, is very easy to light because it has a certain curvedness. It's not too curved. The Connie is very much you light it how you light it. There's not much flexibility per se. But when I get to like the Avalon Connie, for those fan films, that's definitely fun because it's self-illuminated for the most part. Sorry, I'm tired. Me no other. Are you going to do more Starship videos, scaling views, look at ships in 3D package? We have ships every Saturday on the dot. I mean, maybe I can open a ship model here live. If someone wants to put another 50, it's 40. Let's say 40. If someone wants to put another $40, I'll open up Lightwave and load a 3D model, and we can have a little look. Certainly, we're doing great with super chats. That makes all the difference. And if anyone wants to instigate such fun, I can load up a 3D model and have a bit of a play. I'm not against that, and you guys get to look at something and see the process. So $40, and I will open that right up. I'll pick a ship that's efficient so I can light it in real time because they do vary drastically. But yeah, it is fun. For Halloween Goes Mirror Universe, I might or might not be. Well, I've got an idea, but it's very, very vague. Mirror. Russell Mays. Lots of friends come back from Vegas now. Hopefully they're safe. Any thoughts on the Roddenberry Digital Archive? Have you contributed any material your work as it was exceptional? Thank you, very kind. I haven't been asked, but I can make new stuff rather than archive old stuff, and they already have a great 3D team. But that's okay. I'm here if they need me. Well, I'm plenty busy with other projects, etc. Matt Baldwin's tease on this film I teased. I'd say that it's a film involving a ship that we haven't seen in some time, and one of the most likely hasn't been seen in a fan film before. Now that could be a lot of things. So good tease. Oh, no scans. That's terrible. Of all stow ships, Jesus. Randall, good day, mate. I've watched Captain Foley and you on the Pooter telly a few times, mate. You're brilliant. Just wondering what do you do for a living. Thank you. Good to see you. And if you watch me on TV, pretty high resolution. What I do this for a living. Fan film work. It's my two edges of my balance of life. I don't earn that much, but as long as I earn enough for rent and food, that's okay. It's good to do this sort of stuff. What was your favourite Mirror Universe episode time frame? Easily Into Mirror Darkly. Easily. Matt Bullman, $5 towards a $40 goal. What did I... Oh, to do some 3D. Yes, 5 of the 40! Bill, have you worked on any other projects that are non-Trek? Yes. I did for one of our regular Trekyards fans, I did a 2001 inspired ship film, which was fun. That was weird but fun. Good weird, but like weird and fun. I've done a Stargate fan film in 2012. That was a lot of fun. Done another Stargate short 4 weeks ago. That was fun. I've done some Battlestar Galactica CG, but it's not really a fan film. I mean, it's mostly Trek, isn't it? But I've done some Gate. Oh, I did a Star Wars scene. That was hard. No, I did a few things. Ooh. Sean Sullivan, do you live alone? Does someone put up with your nerdery? I don't live alone, but they do put up with it. Although the other half wants to live together, so that you might end up seeing Marie at some point. Not that she'll want to say hi, but, you know, maybe she'll have to. Oh my god, Stuart did a picture that I did. That's fun. For his, Yes, join Stuart tonight! The epic Captain Foley of Trekyards. There you go. There you go. Join him. Aside from that, what's your favourite Subject Enterprise episode story arc? I love the Vulcan Cyrenite. There you go. I liked... Well, that's good. I didn't like the trip into Pol. I wish I wanted them to end up together. So, you know, it's good, but it has some less good bits. And I like the augment bit with Brent Spiner. I think that was very well done. I love the embracing of the Klingon Bird of Prey and showing the interior sets. I like the casting of the augments. I like the fact it's a six-parter if you break it down. I thought that was rather smart, and it was a hard right turn from what we'd seen before, which was great, and Brent was really good in it, actually. He was, that's annoying, because he was right at that age where he didn't look old, just looked like an older Brent. So very happy to see him. Opinion on Mirror Universe episodes. See, Sean, they vary, because I like the idea of Mirror Universe. Mirror is great. I do like the first DS9 one. I find it interesting. Except I don't like that they skipped all that far ahead, and because of the, you know, massive use of aliens in DS9, they literally destroyed the Empire and brought in this other thing which never quite clicked. It felt somewhat for the sake of it, and obviously the consistency of those episodes are terrible with the, you know, we don't have cloaks, except we do, and the size of the Regent's ship, and Worf doesn't really make sense as a Regent, and, you know, like, they should have had more Terran Empire stuff, and be able to see, like, the Enterprise E as a Mirror Universe, or the D, or whatever. Like, they could have done some really, really fun stuff there, and they kind of squandered it. Like, I like some of the stuff, and I wish there'd been a more of a anti, you know, normal Empire rebellion stuff rather than anti the other thing. I think it was good. Should have seen a TNG one though. That would have been really good. The Voyager non one is fun. I like when this is a great episode by itself. You know, really fun. Alright, the Enterprise one is easily the best. So, yeah. Who's your favourite Mirror Darkly Mirror character? That's a great question. See, I think Archer was probably the best because he was got a lot of actual fleshing out, considering. As stupid as it sounds, I really like Mayweather. He doesn't say anything, but he has such a presence. My goodness, really, really good presence. I mean, they're all good. That's the thing, they all do good. And even Saval being super... not Vulcan yet Vulcan? That was really, you know, really engaging. Bryce, it'd be kind of interesting to see a fan film that isn't set on a ship or starbase. Maybe a colony or even established Federation world. Maybe a slice of life story. Now, I see you say that, but... when you do that, and if you even have them not in uniforms, it just becomes people in a room talking. And don't think people want to watch that as a fan film when you start using the assets, or you start using the, you know, the big parts of the canon. That's when people can really connect to it. And while you're not shouldn't make gimmicks,
just having people in the Trek world talking off-site, you won't feel like Star Trek, because Star Trek is about the exploration, about the Starfleet, about the going and doing. However, the Starship Intrepid crew from Scotland, they did do multiple things on planets. That's kind of bread and butter, and they have a colony. So there is actually a lot of that in that show, especially the later episodes where they didn't want to do green screen as much. Oh no. Oh. Well, Mira Hoshi, she's not meant to be fleshed out. She's meant to be a turn. But guys, I'm gonna, as we are starting to sort of simmer down a bit here, I will lower the costume change to $30. So if anyone wants to see me in one more costume, and I will jump into my last costume, and that will round us out at a wonderful thing, and you guys can pick. Do you want to see TNG red or well, I don't know. They're all good though, aren't they? That's the problem. They're all good. TNG red or, well, I mean, you get to pick, don't you, who super chats, but, you know, or Voyager orange or dress uniform white. Up to you guys. Matt Borman, maybe it could be an Alien Star Trek crossover on the colony, up to $10 of 40. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing, isn't it? Fan films are really, really fun, clever, and good. And certainly, if I knew people locally that had like an amazing alien costume, and I have met people with such, but it was a long time ago when I did more, well, any conventions, given the pandemic, etc. Be fun. I'd love to see Predator. You know, Star Trek vs. Predator would be a cool visual for sure. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you know, I wish there were more filmmakers out there, filmmaker first, that had good cameras and good knowledge, who had access to a few different, a few different epic costumes of different alien, franchises, whatever, and just make, little shorts. I would want to see that. I'm trying to do that myself with what I'm doing. It would be great, wouldn't it? I don't know why. There is certainly some stuff out there for sure. But, Star Trek vs. Predator, that'd be fun. I'd like to see that. Have to be, good and entertaining and clever. But I'd like to see that. And like I said, I'm making a lot of stuff I'd like to see in my Trek shorts. Not to say they're the best ideas possible, even things I ever thought I wanted to see, but when a certain idea takes you, grabs hold, you kind of just want to make it. It's tricky. Meta question. Would you say that lockdown has been a huge boom to Trekdom? I mean, I've done a lot of work on the fan films, so arguably I've done more than I would have without lockdown. Certainly, you guys didn't vanish. I wouldn't say our viewership went up specifically because we were at home, but I like to think that we provided some positivity and some good vibes to the people out there. Hopefully, I'd like to think so. Anybody that we help through lockdown would be nice to know. I don't know. I mean, it'd be nice if Vegas was a big thing this year. That would have been nice. All conventions, meeting guests, meeting actors. I don't think Lower Decks quality suffered because of lockdown. That's good. Obviously, we lost out on Picard by 1 year. That's a shame. But yeah, I think it hasn't been negative. And the fact they had the animated stuff ready to be made is wonderful timing. Imagine if Discovery was amazing, for example, and they had to delay that by a year and a half for COVID. That would have been a real shame. I don't know. Hasn't been bad. Yeah, Mirror Lower Decks episode could be really cool.
That's good. So many things. Alex Kurtzman, in my opinion, we have too much mirror universe and overused idea like Section 31. It's only been in like 5 episodes though. 6, 7, 6. Not a lot. I mean, if that's overused, then most Trek ideas are on the precipice of being overused. Oh, thank you. Appreciate that. What are your thoughts on the new Stargate show? Make it! Make it! Oh yeah, I forgot. And to be fair, I forgot to watch Wars as well. Discovery. Yeah, but they do their own, like, ignore Discovery as in general. I had forgotten. Captain Preston M. TNG Red. It has been my favourite since setting up my VCR to record new TNG episodes for my parents. This has been covered, but is there a uniform you don't have but want? See, that would be giving away ones I have that I haven't shown off yet. I would like a Relativity uniform from the Relativity episode called Relativity. They're not the most interesting ones of all time. I don't think I'd wear them that much, but I do like that uniform. I think that'd be cool to have. It's tricky though, but I would like one. I wouldn't mind a Star Trek Beyond blue jacket, the Off-World. Like, I know Stuart loves that. I wouldn't mind one of those. That'd be kind of cool. There is another one. Maybe a Mako uniform, but I'm not as fast. I'd more like one of the big rifles. That'd be fun. So TNG Red, I will do that in a second. Yeah, Captain Preston. Metallica fan, question, do you have a Wrath of Khan uniform? I do have a full Wrath of Khan uniform that, I'll tell you what, I'll tell you the brief story before I get into costume. Wrath of Khan uniform, really expensive, as I think we all know, to the point that that's why most people don't have it, and they're hard to get, but cost. I was at the Destination Convention, I guess 3 years ago now, and I met a guy who saved one of my filming shoots because he was able to send me a costume. Expensive, but hey, save the production. And he had about 3 Wrath of Khans. I said, you know what? Because Dad was there too. I said, you know, I'm going to try this on in case it fits. Because most things don't fit me because I'm a slightly odd size. Oh shit, it fit, mostly. But it's so expensive. But you don't see these costumes every day. And they don't fit you every day. And I know those certainly don't expect them from there. And oh shit. And so I talked myself into buying it. It's so expensive. And then became literally a year process. I didn't have it complete until the next year at the same event. Because there's so many accessories. And those accessories are expensive mount up as well. So by the end of it, it's like that one uniform is like several of my other uniforms in cost. But you just don't get those. And once you have it, like, you know what? You know, the bank balance, you'll forget. But I can see it right there. You know, and I have used it. In fact, it was great because I was able to use it in Temper Anomaly. I was able to play Harriman's back. And boy, again, having uniform's great. And in fact, it does fit. I guess I can say it does fit Nick Cook from Intrepid when he was here last week. And I may or may not be using that in there. Which is great. I mean, what a brilliant thing to be able to add in fan films. Because, I mean, the people that have high-end Wrath of Khan costumes in fan films, you can count on one hand pretty much. They're super rare for a reason. And I've had a few things in my life where I've regretted not just putting the money in. And money is great. You need the money, but you can always earn more money. And if something's really special, and you know you're not going to see it again, especially things where, you know, justifiably... And I got a great picture with Robin Curtis wearing it. She was in costume. That was great. She said it was a great uniform. Sorry, long story. Right. Sorry, let's go back. Was that an interesting story? I don't know. I just like that story because it's sad but also amazing. It's a fun duology. Olivia LA. Yesterday I got pregnant. How do I tell my parents? I mean, do you want to tell them now? I mean, if you're happy, if they're gonna be unhappy, that's a problem. But if you want to keep it, then that's your blessing. And you know, I would say 9.9 parents out of 10 will support. So the odds are in your favour. And yay for new life. Have a nice life. Yeah, fun and funny. Low decks. Buy once, cry once. Well, unless it takes a year, and you're like, but things once you're in the hole for the hundreds of dollars and pounds, you're like, well, yeah, but I mean, just a bit more. Just a bit more. Yes, you can't take your money with you, but have an awesome uniform. And yeah, certainly it's. I also figure to myself that if I can justify using them in fan films, then arguably they were worth it. Because you guys then get to enjoy them. And in fact, I have got entire film where I am in a uniform like that the entire time, and that's great, you know. Because again, you get to see the production quality. Right, so I'm going to do the... okay. Yeah, I'll go to uniform, so I will TNG red. That'll be the last one, I assume. Take it away, Killian Temporal Anomaly.
Ship.
Just like they teach you at the academy, deal with one problem at a time. And I think a warp core breach takes precedence.
All right. Coordinates received.
Computer, run a Type 1 diagnostic of all systems. I want a complete damage report ASAP.
Strange uniform.
That's what 200 years does to fashion. Ensign Sam Harriman reporting.
Jack Archer, thanks for the help.
Archer?
Don't ask.
All right. Engineering?
This way.
I see we felt the same.
You say you're from the future. I've got to take precautions.
And how do I know this is really the Excalibur from 200 years ago? This could be a Dominion trap. A desperate attempt to destroy the Federation flagship.
And I'm sure I'd know who they were if I was from your time.
Well, I would tell you, but Temporal Prime Directive. Anything I say could change the future.
Regardless, I need to know something. You don't have to tell me, just wink or nod or something. Do you know what happens to the Excalibur?
What's the date from your perspective?
2268.
She's still got a way to go.
Then at least I know she gets out of this.
That's the problem with time travel. Parallel universes, alternate time streams.
Brilliant.
What's that? Tricorder. Every bell and whistle we need to find out what's going on.
You can really tell it's from the future. It has more flashing lights.
You don't seem that worried about a warp core breach.
Well, I'm thinking this all could be a dream. In which case, a massive matter-antimatter explosion right in my face should be enough to wake me up.
We can reinforce plasma containment by channeling power through the main EPS conduit.
I may only be an ensign, but won't that destabilize the EPS grid and, cause a warp core explosion? Great. Now to see which explosion gets us first.
Not if we remodulate the deflectors to the same frequency as the EPS grid. Then we can channel the overload into reinforcing the shields.
That's brilliant. Keeping a spark moving across the grid to give everything a bit more juice.
Well, I do what I can.
We've got company. 4 new ships have appeared in system.
Magnify on the nearest ship. It's a Federation starship. Galaxy class. Magnify on the other 3. An Excelsior. Intrepid.
And an X-Class. My grandfather's ship.
Jonathan Archer.
I already told you. Drop it.
There's only one life sign on board each ship. We must have been brought here for the same reason. Open a channel to all ships.
Opening on Starfleet's emergency channel.
This is Ensign Sam Harriman of the USS Enterprise, currently on board the USS Excalibur. It seems we've all been pulled here from our different times. If you can, please respond.
We're being hailed by the Intrepid class. Opening channel.
This is Captain James Munro of the USS Mako.
It's good to see you're in one piece, sir.
I wouldn't say that exactly. The Mako is severely damaged.
The Excalibur is in bad shape too, sir.
Whoever pulled us here will have Starfleet to answer to.
Sir, what makes you think this wasn't a natural phenomenon? I saw something before all this started. An anomaly, maybe.
Our crews are gone, Ensign.
That is the mystery, sir. Perhaps a temporal fracture.
I'm going to get my crew back.
Alrighty then. There we go. We have the temporal anomaly watch party, I guess. Yeah. You guys liking temporal anomaly? Go watch it. I do try. But Jordan Reed says, with £4.50, were you a Helm officer that transferred to Science Division? Why you command red in TNG, then deassigned uniform Science blue? Haha. Yeah. It's funny, because actually, well, you're seeing the meta-canon's picture. So I am going to start at red and go to blue in the fanfilm universe, where I'll be my canon self. So, yeah, but red, red can be, when you're an ensign at that sort of thing, you do a lot of random jobs. So I think my logic is going to be that I found my calling at a certain point. Because, I mean, you can do, like, Data can do science stuff in Orange. So there's a little bit of in-betweenness, etc. Would you guys all serve on Miranda or Oberth? Miranda. Thanks, Mataka fan. Let's have a look. Yeah, command uniforms are good. Not bad. Someone, was it an artistic choice to have a Connie be the same length as the Sovereign? Nope, they are exactly to the size they should be. It's just the Connie's much closer because the Sovereign's much longer, which means the scale has to be a lot closer to have the same effect. So no, they're 100% the right. They're 100% the right scale. I was very, very specific about getting everything in the correct scale, as you can imagine I would be. There's a top view shot where you see them in scale, and people don't necessarily realise how big or not they are. But yeah, it's fun to see it because some things you don't necessarily think are the scale that you think. Trout bum wombat. Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? What? No, you can't, Daniel Hall. Bryce. Hey, watch the film. But guys, we are in the final super chat slot. I mean, I'd love to get our $14 and 6 likes. That would be it. I would be content. What a wonderful live you guys have absolutely come out. You know, it's pretty amazing. I was certainly not dubious, that's the wrong word, but I was certainly like, let's see what happens. Because I'm just me, and, you know, you guys are going to be here to watch me and be entertained. And it's great. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed this live. I've had some great questions, some great thoughtful comments. I always like costume change. Now my room is less tidy. And that's okay. I'm okay with that. But final 8 minutes. Last $14, 6 likes. And I will go back. What am I doing after this? Oh, I guess I'm going to do some more visual effects for a future short. Both literally and figuratively. Mostly because I want to have stuff rendering overnight. And there's some pretty beefy stuff. Some pretty beefy effect shots in that. So yeah. Hopefully then tomorrow I'm meeting Marcus. Marcus, who plays Sam Harriman in Temporal Anomaly and other fan films. He's coming back to join me. Wait, he's coming back to join me in general, but I'm talking to him tomorrow about another project. So cross fingers that goes well. And talking to the Riker maneuver there, talking to the First Frontier director about his director's cut, which I've already worked on previously, but we're doing more on. We're doing more on Mark Lawrence. Got to throw in a bit of support to the Commander. Mark, man, you're always so good. I'm excited to see you again. We should go out for. I mean, we did, but that was a fun dinner. Next time we come to LA. Mark, do you know? Okay, how many good Chinese? I mean, I know we went to all you can eat, but it was mostly Chinese. How many good like? Do you know like an A-star Chinese place in LA? I guess if it's like $100 a plate, then maybe not. But like, do you know a really good like? Ooh, that's good. That's one that we should go to because, well, but we'd eat Chinese food in America, but definitely I love Chinese food. I think it's amazing. Honestly, you know, I save up all the time. I like eating out in America because it's like, you guys love the food. You guys love having such diverse, fun food. Yeah. Have fun while you're there. Bryce! Well, even if Trekkie Q isn't, that's a fine. Will be showing up in 3 of my films, and one of which you're going to love it. I'm really proud of some of the work I've done on one of them. Sean Sullivan. Hadman was the B Commander. Moreau was Elite Force Archer, of course. Nice recall of names. Yes. Yep. Harriman was John. John Harriman. Yeah. And then Monroe. Yep. Captain James Monroe is referenced off Monroe from Elite Force. I like that name. Oh, okay. Well, okay, Mark. If you were taking us to a place where you're just like, okay, this is my food. This is me. Where would you take us? Where would you recommend? Because we trust you, Marcus. If you take us to a, you know, really weird thing, I'd trust you. Food-wise. That could bite me in the butt. I don't know how. Although, can't have black pepper in it, because that's poisonous to me. So that'd be a slight issue. But that's okay. I mean, not for me, but, you know. Squadron course, lost! Now someone hurry up and snipe me. Oh, he wants to be sniped. But yeah, it was a fun time, guys. Have you liked the new... Well, not the new, but the Pro camera? I mean, you guys obviously are regulars. Have watched the webcam often. What do you guys think? Do you like how it looks in general?
Well, it's interesting. Oh, that's so interesting. The color. I mean, obviously, yes, it's less saturated because that's just how RAW works. But this webcam version looks very just bright. But this is so accurate to how the color actually looks. Like that's. Wow, that's. I mean, this is on auto, the webcam. But I mean, it is this this red, wine color. Like we know that the TOS one. Ah, see, that's interesting. Yeah, the TOS one, instantly gold. That's really interesting. And you wonder why on the original series they look different color. And the fabric is so good that it gives you gold on webcam, but that's really interesting. Obviously, I mean the difference. I mean, my God, the difference in quality. Actually, you know what? $5, $5, and I will take a picture of the difference in the cameras that you're looking at, because you wonder why the quality is so different and the lighting is different, and how how it takes color in. The size difference of these cameras is astounding. Like you imagine the lens and the sensor. So yeah, 5 more, and I'll take a picture because I'll take it anyway. I hope someone gives 5 because it's like, oh shit. You wonder why the kit is better. Although the light is right there. Like that. Don't want to be overblown, although it should bounce out a little bit. Want it to look impressive. Okay. All that HDR. Oh, excellent. So $5 now. Sure. And yeah, Squadron Course needs a proper lot. Oh my God, General Grievous is back, kicking all of the butt as well, seems to. So I want to see an actual 5, not just several 2s. So someone put in a 5, and I will throw this in the chat. Just the absolute difference in quality. But let's see. Dan 23, £1. Thank you. I know you're infrequent super chatter, so it means a lot when you do. Very kind. Yeah, webcam, high-end camera. Right, let's find this picture then. Well, I hate that Facebook gives you like a tiny version of it. Captain Preston, snipe! But John Grievous, size matters, oh my, snipe. Okay. It's like a difference with yeah, it is. It's really fuzzy in previous vids. Really fuzzy. Oh, judge costume, goodness. Fine. No $5. I want to show you the difference because it's just so interesting. But obviously I'm a camera guy, so I see the difference. But let's show this picture then, because I'm interested by it, and I guess I assume you guys aren't. So this is the setup difference between the webcam and the professional camera, and I mean, we talk about how big the lens is. Just the focus ring is bigger than the entire webcam, which, considering what it's doing, is very impressive then. But I mean, that's the difference in video kit I'm using right now. That's why I have a bit more cinematic. And obviously, it's meant to be color graded. It's meant to be post produced. That's what I was doing right now. Well, it's more latency because it's pumping gigabytes a second of raw video through. The other one is not. That's why. It's actually at 60 FPS. It was at 25 or 24, but I changed to 60. But it's just pumping a lot of video in. Samuel, do you have an RGB color calibration card? I don't, but it wouldn't help because I can't. It's a raw camera, so it's designed for post work. If I use my DSLR, I could make it look better. Actually, it's not doing very well considering. Any thoughts about? I find that kind of cool. The difference in tech that I'm using between something, well, professional, non-expensive, professional and not expensive.
But final super chat slot is, I believe, General Grievous, who wants to kick a bit more. I mean, he wants to win that slot again, doesn't he? Let's see if he does. But thank you guys for turning up. This has been fun. Two monitors, got to keep a check out. And of course, tune in for our videos this week. We did a Classic in Love today. Tomorrow we've got our last video for the week, which, well, of the pre-recorded, which is looking at different ships in that intro sequence with Mariner. And then obviously Friday you've got Back to Lower Decks new review. Hopefully you'll join us for that. Please, we enjoy the conversation and chat with you all, so do join for that. And then back to the same whatever. Ooh, double snipe right at the end. General Grievous, lens and image sensor makes a difference. Makes an absurd difference. And in fact, I could swap lenses and it would look very different. I would change them, but it would be a bit more hassly. Oh, you know what? I'll do one thing. Hold on. You know, I will. I'm interested to see. So briefly, because this is an F4. Just for that interesting comment. No? I'm gonna swap this off for a second. Swap it to my highest prime lens, which is on a it's on. Everything fell. Everything fell. More things fell. It's fine. It's fine. For my prime lens, because I can show you what a 1.4 looks like on this, which should look quite cool. Yeah. Although the look totally different, but I mean, since you mentioned lenses, etc. Nothing did fall though. Ah, there we go. Right. So this is out of focus. Yeah, you wonder why. Alright. Yeah, that clearly is too much. Let's move that down to lowest ISO. It'd probably still be too much. I might not be able to actually lower that anymore. Oh, I can. Well, actually, yeah, I can just do. What do I mean? I can just lower the actual light level of the room. So this is it's on manual. Oh, just keep lowering the blue light in the room. So this is now. Oh, it's so little in focus. Right, there you go. That's f1.4. Don't mean to be that close, but that's how that works. So yeah, there you go. There's all the depth of field bokeh. Bit weird, eh? Kind of cool. But look at that. I mean, I move there. It's out of focus. I move there. It's in focus, and you can see the eye. The eye is always the thing you keep in focus. Always. And it's funny, actually, it's such a sensitive lens. Actually, lower the brightness of my room to do that. That's at 14%. Well, actually, I wonder. It's such a good lens. If I turn this light off, just being lit by the monitor, because my grain is so low, it doesn't look too. That doesn't look good by any means. It doesn't look too bad. Yeah. Weird, eh? Ah, thanks for the fun comment that made me do that, because it's kind of fun. Alrighty, well, I'm going to call that a quit. So now I'm in super 6K close up. Weird. Oh, all the buttons. Yeah, I've got to change lenses now. So yeah, thank you all so much for joining in. Hope you all had a wonderful live. We'll see you later, I'm sure, obviously. And yeah, see you tomorrow for another live discussion, thoughts. Great to see you all. Oh, I'm Captain Preston. One more snipe wonder. Thank you so much. You guys have been amazing.
have a good rest of your day. We will see you tomorrow. Until then, he would be Captain Foley, but he's not because he's not here. And I'm Commander Cockings. We'll see you next time.